In Bodija. The meat from Brother Jide's shop in Bodija was the most tender anyone had ever tasted. People swore by it. Market women, busy fathers, even the Alhaja from down the road with her high blood pressure. They all found their way to his small, unassuming stall, drawn by the promise of that succulent, special goat meat. Jide himself was a quiet, devout man, always with a prayer bead in one hand and a well-worn cleaver in the other. He was a pillar, a fixed point in the swirling chaos of the market. No one knew they were eating their own children. His own daughter, Folake, had been the first to go. That was 10 years ago. A screaming match over a boy he didn't approve of, a slammed door, and then nothing. The silence that filled his house afterward was a physical weight. The police did nothing. They said, "She will come back when she's hungry." But she never did. His grief didn't soften with time. It hardened. It curdled into something sharp and black. He started seeing Folake in every young, desperate girl on the street. The ones with tired eyes and backpacks, running from something or towards something he would never understand. He saw their freedom as an insult to his loss, their ingratitude, a poison in the community. His cleansing began as a mission, a twisted form of righteous punishment. The profit was just a convenient, horrific afterthought. The crisis arrived in the form of a small, chipped piece of acrylic, the color of a ripe orange. Officer Chiamaka Nwosu, new to the division and burning with a quiet fire, found it in the meat her mother had bought for dinner. It was a fingernail. Her own sister, Amara, had worn nails painted that exact shade of sunset orange the day she left for Lagos and never called home. A cold dread, sharper than any knife, pierced her heart. She took the evidence to her superior, a tired man named Danjuma, who had seen too much. "Tiamaka Biko," he sighed, rubbing his temples. "This is Bodija. A piece of ineli meat? It could be from anything. The man is a respected businessman. You are a new transfer. Don't go looking for trouble where there is only pepper soup." But she couldn't let it go. Amara's face, smiling and hopeful, was all she could see. Against direct orders, she started watching the butcher shop. She saw the quiet efficiency of Brother Jide, the way his customers greeted him with genuine warmth. She also saw the things others missed, the heavy-duty locks on the back door of his shop, the way he never had any helpers, the strange chemical smell of antiseptic that clung to his clothes, fighting with the scent of raw meat. She saw him late one night, talking to a young girl who couldn't have been more than 17. She looked tired, her clothes dusty. Jide was offering her a meal, a place to rest. His smile was kind. Chiamaka's blood ran cold. The turning point came on a night thick with humidity, the air heavy with the threat of rain. Chiamaka, watching from a rusted Daihatsu van across the street, saw Jide usher the girl inside. The shop's main lights went out, leaving only a sliver of yellow from the back. Something was wrong. She called it in, her voice tight. "Suspected kidnapping at the Bodija Abattoir, Brother Jide's shop, requesting immediate backup." The radio crackled back with Danjuma's weary voice. "Chiamaka, stand down. That is an order." She looked at the orange fingernail, now sealed in a small evidence bag on her passenger seat. She thought of Amara. She thought of the dozens of missing girls whose files gathered dust in the station. She was alone. Drawing her service pistol, she slipped out of the car and moved toward the back of the shop. The door was slightly ajar. The chemical smell was overwhelming here, a sweet, sickly smell of iodine and bleach, trying to mask something far worse. She pushed the door open. The room was a butcher's tableau, but all wrong. It was too clean, too clinical. The tiles were gleaming white, the drains spotless, and there, on a stainless steel table, was the girl. She was unconscious, but breathing. Jide stood over her, his back to Kamaka, humming in hymn. He wasn't holding a cleaver. He was holding a bone saw. The whir of the motor drowned out her footsteps. "Brother Jide," she said, her voice echoing in the tiled room. He turned slowly, his face a mask of serene serenity. There was no surprise, no anger. "Officer, you are early for the morning rush." His eyes drifted to the girl. This one, she was lost. I am helping her find her way. By putting her in my pepper soup, Chiamaka's grip on her pistol tightened. His expression hardened. "You don't understand. They are all ungrateful. They leave their families, they break their father's hearts, they are a disease. I am just cleaning the streets, giving their worthless lives a purpose." My Fulake, she was the first. She showed me the way. In that moment, Chiamaka saw it all. The grief, the madness, the monstrous logic that had fueled this horror for years. This wasn't a man. It was a void where a father used to be. The confrontation was silent after that, a tense standoff broken by the distant wail of sirens. Jide didn't fight. He simply laid the sword down on the table, next to the sleeping girl, as if he was putting away a tool after a long day. The resolution was not a victory. The news of the butcher of Bodija shattered the community. The trust they had placed in a friendly face curdled into a pervasive, gut-churning paranoia. The market stall was torn down, but the memory of the meat, so tender and flavorful, would haunt the neighborhood for a generation. Jide was locked away, but his legacy was a poison in the soil. Chiamaka had saved one girl, but she had to live with the knowledge of all the ones she couldn't save and the terrible truth of where they had ended up. The moral of this story was written on the faces of every person in Bodija who had ever smiled at Brother Jide, who had ever complimented him on his special meat. True evil doesn't announce itself with a roar. It doesn't wear a monstrous face. It wears the familiar, trusted face of your neighbor, the man who prays beside you, the one who always has a kind word. It serves you your deepest horror on a plate and asks you if it tastes good. You can never truly know what lies behind a person's eyes or what secrets are buried in their heart. The most terrifying monsters are the ones who look just like us. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and share. More dark tales are coming your way. This is Lamiverse signing out.